Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 35, Playoff Week 2?
Three.
Playoff Week 3. This week brought to you by Raid Shadow Legend.
I thought our sponsor was NordVPN.
NordVPN is next week, Audible the week after that.
Okay. Oh, and hello, Jez, the only viewer. We love you.
Let's have a look at what happened around the leagues this week. Started off with the GFL as ever. Three home wins, 4 home wins here with the Mules succumbing to the inevitable.
I mean, the Mules played really well though in that game, I have to say. I thought it was well played, Simon.
I feel like I fucked up my game plan a bit, but
overall, the stats actually.
Yeah, I think I should have been playing a 3-3 rather than the 4-3. But last,
does he not have an edge? Does he not have an edge rush? Then?
No, he's right up the line, and I could have just gone 3-3. But then I was like, I looked at what happened last year, and they played a 3-3, and it was exactly what I was going to do, and I was just like, that didn't work last year, so I'm trying something different. Because the same game happened last season. To be fair, I might have lost even more if I did that. So
true.
It's easy to lose and then go, oh, if I did something different, I would have won. It's like, nah, probably would just lose no matter what I do. Anyway, enough about my game. It was a load of shit. Dave's always going to win.
The closest game here is the Emperor's Rockets. Let's have a quick look into that.
The Rockets were 28-20 up, I think, and then the Emperors scored late on to make it a bit closer. I have to say this week in general, the games are like really good across all the leagues. I watch nearly every play-by-play.
The Big Sky was a bit lacking.
Big Sky was probably most predictable. I want to say the Continental was it like 3 out of the 4 games were overtime or something? But
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Sorry. It's an exciting week. I don't normally watch all the games, and this week I did. So
we've not noticed, Nick.
Well, I think we can put Nick's picks for next week's games up with relative ease.
What? What are you talking about?
Logo, no logo, no logo.
I don't think this no logo thing's really working for me particularly well, I'll be honest with you. So I don't know who's going to win this week. Let's have a look. Quick look. Gotham City Heroes and the Rin Wraiths.
No, you go with the same as me then, Nick. You can have ticks.
Pick up the Rockets. Pick up your bad selves.
Too entertaining.
I think the Wraiths. Raiders possibly may be able to give them a game, but I don't think so.
Of course they can.
Did you play the Raiders, Simon?
I can't remember that kind of detail. Come on. Behave.
Raiders. Let's have a look.
I did, and I lost horrifically.
Raiders have only lost to the Wraiths this season, and it was 37-35. At the Wraiths as well.
It's possible then. It's possible.
Yeah, it'll be very close. The Raiders look really good this season, so that's.
Let's move on to the Atlantic.
But you're saying there's a chance.
It's always a chance.
Upset City over here.
It's Upset City.
The more you talk about Lee, the more games he wins, by the way, Simon.
Oh, that dickhead.
Yeah, I'm surprised they beat the Rapiers.
I didn't see both the Rapiers and the Spartans going out this round.
True, but the Rapiers love a bit of cheese.
So,
Avalanche Tigers, I think, is how most of us called it.
Well, I called the Tigers, I believe, but that's because you both called the Avalanche, so I had to be different.
So that's most of us, 2 out of 3. So 50%.
I've seen the Avalanche's roster. It's dirty. It's the best roster I've ever seen.
I was actually really impressed with the Heroes this week. They shut down the Stingrays rather well. That's a game, and then obviously the Spartans Outlaws game was a close one.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that brings us on to next week's game being Avalanche Heroes, and then there's Outlaws.
Is it the year of the Avalanche? That's the real question.
We're not doing so badly in these predictions. I'm going to choose Lee so he loses.
I think the Outlaws will massively outclass him, despite what you say.
Let me have a quick look.
Look-a-dee.
I'm going Heroes, even if they don't have a logo. We've ditched the logo thing. It's all out.
Nick's trying to catch up.
Well, got to try. I think the other game will be close.
Ooh. Suspense. Drum roll.
I'll go home. Outlaws.
Ooh, controversial.
Well, if it's close, you've got to go home, right?
True.
Go big or go home. That's
You can't
what they
pick.
say.
Probably a good way to go.
Hey. On to the big snore.
What are you talking about? Rivets lost. Oh no, they didn't. Never mind.
Eagles lost.
They did. I think that was an overtime game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was not.
Oh, it wasn't one of the overtime. Must have been. Was it a late
Come on,
game?
Nick.
I can't remember. But
It's the Big Sky. It's not going to have an interesting game. Come on.
this game was pretty interesting. What are you talking about?
It's the Big Sky, Nick.
To be fair, the other
Scoring
games
59 minute score by. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a late one.
Rivets smashing the rapiers as expected. Giant Hornets.
think,
Points. How did Trips?
Points, McGee.
Tripson, that's a shit performance. Oh, wait. There we go.
Didn't score any touchdowns, though, did he?
No, he did not.
But that also means Colin is in to week 13 games as the Heroes coach as well.
So, on to the most fun parts, the annotation.
You can't use hearts there. That's just wrong. On so many levels.
I can always cover up the helmet for you.
So, Nick, are you taking the rivets?
I really want to back against them, but they've already beaten the Beverly Bay Packers, haven't they, this season?
I think so.
It's only 10 points. They were at home, so. We're going Tripson on the top game.
Top game's hard.
Yeah,
Because-
I think it's hard too.
We had the same game last season and the Sharks won.
Mind you, I think the bottom game is maybe a bit closer than.
But it was flipped the other way round.
The thing is when
Are
you
you
say
saying it's Flipson?
It is Flipson. Be fair. Yeah, I'll back you guys.
when you say the rivets can be taken close by the Packers,
Been Bay Packers.
the rivets a close defeat for the rivets is anything that's less than 35 points.
That's fair.
In the regular season game, they went into quarter 4 behind and they only won by 10 points in the end.
Okay.
So that's about as close as it's going to get, right?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, let's take a look at the Continental.
So spicy meatball. These are some spicy games. Westies won fairly comfortably. And I think the Eagles and Ravens both were overtime games. Well, I've already said that once this time and got it wrong, so I could be wrong again. The Timberwolves Badgers wasn't overtime.
We check because it's a single score.
Well,
Single
it's slightly
score!
it's slightly over a single score, actually. But the Badgers were going into the fourth quarter behind. So
Yeah,
Big win for the
overtime win
Eagles,
for
though.
the Eagles. That's a
Big
bit of an
win.
upset win as well, I think.
yeah. Big
Overtime win.
Another big win as well. Like, didn't really think the Brooklyn Park Bombers would lose that one.
No.
30 first downs though.
We're going to score all of our points in quarter 3.
It's a good quarter to target. They went into the last quarter ahead.
No, strong. Why you only won by 7?
True that.
Well, look how many turnovers there were. 5.
I spelled
Okay.
justice right.
You need a hashtag in front of that.
It strips it out, unfortunately, I think.
Oh, sad state of affairs.
So one way to find out.
The funny thing is, there were 5 turnovers from the Badgers, and you'd think they were fumbles, but no, there were 5 interceptions.
That's because he's trying to throw the ball because he hasn't got strong.
True that.
So, interesting one.
That was the quickest.
Slams them in.
Slam.
Simon already had the annotate function up.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
If there's
I am.
Easy this week.
I
You've got
kind
the
of feel like
Eagles and Ravens doing upsets. Like,
if there's any upsets, it's this week. I feel, and this
don't see any more upsets from them. I think the Ravens and the Eagles have done well, but
I'm gonna go. They're all gonna take to the air. Eagles and Ravens. Let's go. Go Birds. Caw-caw.
Hey.
I'm happy to be wrong. But
yeah, the Eagles are probably the better chance. The Ravens, like, they lost quite a few games in the regular season. I just don't. I think that was 6-4, weren't they?
good question.
Remember rightly? Ravens. Where are you? 6-4, yeah.
6-4, yeah. But they have beaten
They're winning where it matters.
and the Park Bombers. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Doing the business.
They're giving them the
These
business.
are just too good.
And their losses were to the Eagles and two losses to the Thunder, but then just beat them in the playoffs. That's how you do it. So their 3 of their 4 losses in the regular season were to the 2 teams they beat in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
got to do it when it matters.
Nick, your Zeppelin lost.
Yeah.
And Lee lost.
Who's 4 for 4, Lee?
Mm.
Yeah, but you can't feel good for being 4 for 4 when you backed the flopperheads.
Yeah, but I backed them and said he's going to get horrific injury.
Did
Did he
he?
get a horrific
No,
injury?
I'm
That's the
very
real question.
disappointed.
He did spoil the game in one of the other games, though, which was disappointing.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Cougars winning as expected.
Zeppelin was an overtime game, though.
True.
So there was that.
Yeah, let's have a look at the
Big win for the Fury, though.
yeah, definitely a big win for the Fury. Ooh, okay.
I'm going Fury and Cougars. Can't be backing
Fury.
people that spoil games in other games. It's just outrageous.
Oh, I don't want to back Kendall, but I just can't see the Fury getting close to him.
Kendall's team this year is just really strong.
Mm.
Until this week.
I think the
It's
Hoff's
going
got
down.
it.
I've
Like-
got a chance. Like, don't get me wrong,
Cougar-
that's probably the closest.
Cougar Copperhead Bowl would be insane.
The thing there is actually the Cougars did beat the Lone Stars earlier in the season, but I don't know.
Yeah, will be an interesting one. It'll be a fun one.
Aaron will find a way.
Where there's
Let's
a
have a
will.
look at the old Empire.
It's all home. All home.
That's a lot of points in the Hornets Kings game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that game was like I can't remember. It's like it was 40 all or something after 20 minutes. It was absurd. It was just like every play was a touchdown.
Disappointed by R cubed here.
The Storm just had their number. The Griffins Red Bulls game was really close.
Yeah, I think that's
one?
closer than any of us would have called it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the 4 teams we expected to win did win.
Did Postman Pat play against the High Hunters? No, he didn't. Maybe that was the secret to it. But that brings us on to the conference championship games.
Yeah, that's wrong. They post some
Split.
pats. How I can't delete it. What's this shit? Oh yeah.
Interesting.
No postman pat, no win. That's how it goes. Yeah, I'm upsetting our singular viewer. I'm not going to be swayed.
I mean, the Red Bulls feel like they're probably going to win. I go Red Bulls, and I will go.
They've got all that Red Bull money, you know, does help.
And the other game is really tough. That's the tougher one.
Yeah, it's fair. Strom Kings is tough, I think.
Kings' 1 loss was to the Storm.
It's Mini Comrade.
That's true.
Fair, yeah, that's what swayed it for me.
That makes me want to back the Kings.
Right then.
I'll back the Kings. Plus, they scored 67 points with only like 12 first downs or something this week. So
That's
Impressive.
insane.
yeah, that game was absurd. Like everything was just long bomb to the end zone, broken tackle to the end zone. Just absolutely nuts.
For those playing along at home, Nick's helpfully put together how we did in our predictions each week. So week 1, relatively tight. Both me and Nick clean sweep of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Simon crushing the Delta.
I'm crushing the Delta. I'm crap at the Continental. Week 2, I'm decidedly average.
2-2-2-2-2-2-3.
Nick and Simon crushing the B, but Simon 1,
There's
2,
four.
3, 4 leagues all correctly called,
It's all about the hearts.
It's just like 3 games off.
which gives us overall standings. So I'm winning the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And Nick's winning the Continental, and Simon's winning every other league.
I feel like I should have changed it. Should have gone better with my predictions in the Continental this week. Yeah, I will back my teams.
Interestingly, the one that we're the closest on is the Empire.
That's because it's the best league.
Yeah. Oh, Empire and the Atlantic. I just realised we're 655 there as well.
Big Sky's not too far off. I have no clue about the Delta, it seems.
Yeah. And unsurprisingly, Simon's good at the G because he's the only one of us that pays attention to that league.
I'm the only person that pays attention to the Delta as well.
Not in the Delta. Don't care about the Delta. I only follow quality leagues with lots of overtime.
So it's Empire, Empire, and Empire.
Continental.
We can have a quick look at the hats before we go, as the hats are always fun. I
Big up the
think we're
hats.
really good for subs this year. So only one GFL team outstanding.
Do we get any concussion subs?
No. 2 teams leaving at the Atlantic. Chances for 2 coaches to step up. Come join one of the headache leagues.
Sharks and Sonics. They're
2 good teams to take over, to be honest.
Yeah.
True dat.
Devils, Weasel, Devils, maybe 2 caretakers in the Big Sky. I think the only caretakers in the league at the minute, which is a healthy place to be.
Knocked out of these running the playoffs as well. It's very disappointing.
Thunderbirds leaving, disappointed. The Russians are leaving. Nick, it's your chance.
I did see that on the weekend. But yeah.
Yeah, super healthy there.
Yeah, it was what 10 outstanding really. If you go grey hats and dusty hats.
9.
Yeah, but the meerkats don't count because they're always a dusty hat and then sub anyway.
You're
That's
right, it's
10
9,
because
but
the
that's
dreadnoughts there.
Oh yeah, I was like,
It's
where
because
is
the
fifth
GFL's
one
gone
from?
off the top.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
look,
only
5
four-team chance, not bad.
Yeah, and 5 of those are 5 of the 10 are confirmed, just not subbed by the looks of it. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Any parting words from anybody?
No, I look forward to this weekend's games. I enjoyed last week's games; they're all very entertaining. So look forward to this weekend's ones.
Okay, with that, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me and good luck, Jez.